Hello everybody, Average Gamer. Just wanted to do a quick little video here about my monthly investments. So this month we had all our dividends pay out, obviously. And if I come up to this page here, which for some reason is, because it's in full screen, I guess, I can't change the page, I guess so. So this month, I waited till basically Friday when everything had paid out, went through and bought some more stock. Not many, just 35 of HHL, aka Health. What was it? Harvest Healthcare, the ETF. So bought into some of that. One of the reasons why I bought it specifically was because it's been kind of working its way down a little bit. So while it's down, might as well buy it. Number two, it was actually the stock when it comes to the overall percentage of my portfolio. It was actually the slowest. It actually was the smallest. So there was that. Another thing I wanted to mention is last month, or last video, I actually showed there was a little bit of an error in some of my calculations. So over here, I showed I was down. I was down $400. I realized that this formula was actually wrong. So I updated it, and as you can see now, the number's proper. Because I was looking at the numbers and it didn't quite make sense. Some of the numbers were, well, overall, they were just wrong. So repiled the numbers again, or recompiled the numbers, threw them all in, and or redid the formula. Sorry, because originally it was minusing. It's supposed to minus the difference between this, and give you the number. It was actually taking this number here, and was getting the average dollar value of this versus the average dollar value there. So it wasn't actually giving me the proper numbers. It was telling me I was down 400, but in actuality, I was up 200 by overall. So I went back, fixed it. So now here it is. Mind you, this is just the overall value at the moment. It fluctuates, so it might be 2 days from now, it might be down to like 6. Might be back up to $3,000. Who knows, right? 3,000. I don't know. That is always going to be going all over the place because that's the actual market. If anything gets to the point where it's way high, like we're talking, say, I don't know, pick one at random here, dividend 15. So right now, theoretically, on the stock itself, I made $175.96 minus any extra fees that I've gotten in regards to the dividend as well. So I've made from that one alone $45, including the value of the stock price. So I made $130 off the value of the stock, and then obviously some with the dividend. So the dividend makes obviously the cost per share go down because it's paying me back a percentage of what I bought into it. So that's good. So basically, if this number here, say, went up, I don't know, $4,000 or $5,000 overnight. Say this went up to $5,000. I would then see this when I log in and look at my stuff for the day and be like, oh, hello. Look at it and decide what I'm going to do there. But I have to remember too is if I sell, I'm going to be buying it back later because I'm looking at it for this dividend. Like this is one of actually the highest dividends right now on the TSX at 17.83% annually, or 1.5% per monthly. This actually plays better. All these pay better right now than GICs. One of the reasons why I'm in these and not GICs at the moment. Later on, when stocks go down and GICs go up, then I'll invest in GICs and cash out everything here and just wait till it reverses. It's one of the things I kind of enjoy about all this is you can kind of play the two. Some people have, I think it's about 4 or 5 people, have left comments about something called the Great Reset and all that stuff. I'm possibly going to do a video over it, but the fact that why it's actually not going to really bother me all that much. Personally, for me, fingers crossed, depending on when a check clears, I will have no mortgage. My mortgage will be paid off. The only debt I have will be credit card debt. And if, from what I'm reading about this Great Reset thing, that's coming to fruition, will not affect me, really. Especially if they do the whole, I've been hearing something about a new currency being issued, making old currency invaluable, or basically useless, and, new, or not useless, but along the lines of like European currencies post EU and the euro being issued, which is not a bad deal, because usually on those cases, every single one I've looked at, whenever we'll say, a larger currency has been put in place, especially the fiat currency we have now, which is based on, well, the American dollar here in Canada. It's not really based on anything else. If they actually switch back to the gold standard or something else, the Canadian dollar value, will go down, but whatever this new issue dollar bill that everyone will be receiving will be obviously worth more. So any debts that I have in this old currency, theoretically I could buy old bills to pay off old debt with new money. Or even just come to an arrangement with some of these companies and say, hey, here's the deal. I will give you X dollar on the dollar amount for the $6,000 I owe my credit card. I'll give you 60 new fun bucks for the $6,000 I owe you, since it's $100 to the dollar. One fun buck equals 100 old Canadian dollars, whatever it ends up being. But so keep that in mind. That will be a thing possibly in the future. I'll have a video possibly on that. I gotta do a little bit more research on it, stuff like that. But so far, the things I've been looking at are in relation to the currency changes, because I don't have any debt really. So, I mean, worst case scenario, I have a couple $1,000s in credit card debt, which in a big reset, like some people are talking about, the conspiracy people, oh no, that's not going to be a big deal. Mortgage stuff, the way they're talking about with currencies and stuff, the more things I'm looking at is currency stuff and how it'll affect the stock market and things like that. And right now, the way it's looking at, it may not actually affect things as bad as it looks like, but at the same time, I don't know. I haven't really looked into it that much. I've watched a couple YouTube videos on it, but I haven't actually looked at the information. And I want to do my own research and not go on what people are thinking or people are saying about it. So, like I said, the only thing I've seen so far about it is stuff in regards to debts, to currency, to new currency. If there will be a currency, like a new currency coming out. But so with that in mind, thanks for watching, everybody, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.